We're going to run our little Evinrude 2 horsepower Sportsman. Now, this is a motor that's been in our core collection for about 15 years. It originally came from a museum auction where it was deaccessioned with a bunch of other motors, and normally we wouldn't make you jump up and down over this kind of a motor, but this one is just so nice. And 1938 was the first year for the 2 horsepower Sportsman of this design. This design they kept from 1938 to 1947, possibly later, but I believe 47 was the last year for this particular engine. They all looked the same. Some of them had blue decals, but the 1938 has a unique feature that the side covers are open in the back. This even has the original Raja spark plug boot and the original but somewhat crackled, heat crackled rubber Evinrude grip. Nice decals, just the way you want to find them. I mean, I really get excited about these kind of motors. The tank is beautiful and shiny bright inside. Last time we ran it, it says here on the tag, was 2004. So it's been dormant for a while. It's always been dependable, although we haven't run it quite a bit. And it's just down here and in the core collection because of the condition. Condition with a motor like this is everything. What you're always looking for is nice straight features, good decals, all complete, fresh water. Don't ever buy one of these things, ever, that's been run in salt water. You're just going to have heartache. So I want to point out here on the lower unit that these 38s were unique to I think just the 38 and possibly the early 39. Then they went to a different design. No better, no worse, just different. This one does not have a broken skeg. There are no dents in the exhaust tube, which is another thing you're always looking for. The thumb screw pad is not missing. It's just a nice motor.
This Evinrude Sportsman hadn't been run since 2004, I believe. So it's been 4 years since we've run this engine. I gave it a couple pulls up at the garage and it started. So I brought it down here, went on the first pull. Seems like it's going to be very dependable for this trip. So I'm going to take it down and try and see the bridge construction, which I think was just finished on 40th Street. You agree that's like the worst color house you've ever seen? Putrid green and orange. Okay, as you can see, our Evinrude Sportsman is taking us down to see the new bridge across 40th Street in Tampa. I like the color scheme. It was just finished, I think a couple weeks ago. And it does look like a pretty bridge. You can see the abandoned house behind it. That was construction project started probably 7 years ago and then just stopped. No, it was probably less, probably about 3 or 4 years ago. tinga drying its wings there. These birds dive for fish and then have to dry their wings out. Kind of a nice design on the bridge there.